Nestled in the hills of Virginia, where touching the Hokie Stone means remembering the legends who formed the foundation of a power. Names like Vic and Beamer, and a lunch pail mentality that applies to the Virginia Tech Hokies. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the running back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focused on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Washington wants to go quickly. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Ivory. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll try the run. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And the Huskies are flying down the field. They want to run this quarterback.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires it incomplete. The Huskies will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Hokey, 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 high tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They're going to run it to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it'll be down right there. Winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll try it over the left side. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He's loose down the left side. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Huskies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 13 over Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Got his man quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Hokies moving quickly to the line. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Trying to power it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Got enough for the first. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Just going to keep it after the snap. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw.
He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. And the Hokies in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide receiver shows motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. from the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Looking for a deep man. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the 2nd half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses the 45. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Looking to scramble. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Washington right back to the line.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Quarterback keeper. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wide out in motion. Off play action. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And the Hokies get enough to move the chains.
Well, this defense is on his heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
The give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something back.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Second down.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let it go. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Let's go. He's looking to throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Got the quick pass. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Using his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
and the running back gets a second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Gets it out fast. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the ball.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He finds his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Trying to get to it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass.
He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They're working that left side. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. Brings it in down the left side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Huskies.
Touchdown.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Pushes ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. To get another look at this Hokie offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And the Hokies are threatening on 1st and goal. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time.
Touchdown, Hokies! And the pummeling has started. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find something. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. He's taking a deep shot. It's caught downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
First down for the offense.
He wants to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
On second down, wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And he gets out of there and gets to the yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Keeps it and gets the first down. They get